everybody, Maria here. So now we're going to work on the cover, and this is actually take 2 because I did a video for it and just not happy with how it came out. So we're going to try something else, and I learned a lot from it, so that's good. So we're going to use this prime packaging, and sometimes I will take it apart. In this case, I think I'm going to leave it together. Let's see here. I'm going to put a piece of packaging tape over that part that's exposed, just because I feel like it. Okay. All right, so I know it's too tall, so I don't want too much extra, but I do want a little bit. I don't want it poking out too much unless it's like trims and fabrics and things, you know? All right, so there's that. Oh, okay. I think we'll be okay on our widths. I think that'll be okay. But it's a tiny bit, because then when you add things to it, it starts to get really chunky. I might just take a tiny bit off the edge that way, but this way we know. So this way we know. We want to get that bottom portion, grab I'm gonna get a pen, not that one, this will work. This is a friction, so these actually come out with heat. So keeping my top to bottom ratio-ish, let's do that. And then thinking about this way as well, that's going to be all the way in. I think I'm going to do just a hair here because it'll take off more of that. Okay, so let's get this party started. So I'm going to start here. And I'm letting it do its natural folds because I think that's how it'll be easier in the journal. Do this. Okay. Love this Tim Holtz trimmer. Okay, and then we'll go this way. Don't want to take off too much, because you can't add it back very easily. You can't add this part back. You can add some like fabric and trim, but not the paper. All right. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna add a little, it's driving me nuts, like little holes like that, so I'm just gonna do some of that for strengthening. Okay, so there we go. Oh yeah, okay, that's nice on size. I don't really feel like I need anything to puff it up anymore because it's that nice crinkly puffy stuff in the middle, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so now we just wanna cover it, and I have to figure out how I want to cover it. Earlier I did fabric, and I used this and the wood grain, and I don't know if I have enough left. Let me look. So let's see here. This is my pile of that stuff. I kind of pick up as I go to you guys a little bit when it comes to this part, because I hate being in a mess, man. It drives me crazy. It's just me. Everybody works different. That could work because I could do pockets, but we'll see. Got this piece, which could match also, but it's a little on the short side. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yes. This piece. I'd like the grain to go that way. And again, we're a little short. So let me see what I can do. And then how about on this? Yeah, we got plenty of this. So let's wrap this around. The front. Let's see here. I like both sides. It's very pretty. Or I can do that. Let's see, how would that look? Which way? Do I want that going across like that? Or do I want it on a side? Do I want this guy up here? Oh, I do like that a lot. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And I do have some of this that needs to be flattened a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of some of this fabric because I have too much. Let's grab our scissors. This will be pretty much my last chance with covering with this fabric because I don't got no more other than what I showed you. Okay, so there's that. I can use it for other wonderful smaller projects, but just to make the cover for this journal. So I think I still have enough to get the sides over, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. And then off the bottom, do some mini journals with it if I wanted, fabric flips, other stuff. Okay, so there's that. Gets rid of some of this stuff. Okay. So I feel like I wish I had my little iron, but I don't. Okay, I'm gonna, what am I gonna do here? I don't wanna, you know, let's just, okay, so let's cover the middle of this with our Fabri-Tac. Don't want to go crazy because you know that can leave a nasty see-through thing, but if you don't go too heavy on the actual, like don't glob it up, spread out your globs. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna put this down flat, and then I can put it on, and then I can flip it over and straighten it out. Not bad. Okay, and let's flip it over, straighten it out as much as possible. Where is my, there we go. Dig in that. Okay, then let's flip this over. And I am gonna do this all the way around. And I'm gonna glue it. And because I'm gonna glue it, and it's on the edge, I'm gonna need to give it time to dry after. But that's all right. So I've just got some clips here to help seal it. So I guess start closest to me, right? Just a section at a time. All right, so I'm not gonna miter my corners, I don't think. They're not that chunky. Just gonna try to pull them in like in a little triangle. And I may put metal corners, I haven't decided. Just don't want it to be too chunky. There we go. Okay. There we go. And hopefully I'll be covering this properly with the other fabric. And I might do another strip because I don't think this is wide enough, but we'll see. I should have made this longer is what I should have done, but you know what? Live and learn. It's all good. Maybe enough. Let's do that. Hey, can you help Scrappy in?
Why do you go out?
Honey, I'm videoing, that's why I asked you. Just so you know. Alright, so then here, let's do the same thing. And I'm going to need my napkin, but there it is. Right there. Okay. And then let's pinch in that. Okay, and then pull the top. Okay, side number 3. Sorry, just quiet work. I don't know what's going on around here too much, not too much around here. The weather's been super nice, which is great, like 80s, which is really wonderful for around here. Don't enjoy the 100-degree weather that we were getting, but we do have another hot spell coming up before the month is out. Just California weather. I remember my oldest son is 26 now, and I remember the year he was born. It was so hot in September, and my dad just had to run out and buy us a little wall unit air conditioner for our bedroom because he just felt so bad about how hot it was, and he couldn't stand that his firstborn grandchild was stuck in so much heat. It was the sweetest thing ever. I miss my dad terribly. He's been gone. He died just, let's see, 9 months after Frankie was born. But he got to meet him. So that's awesome. And then I like to think that he got to know his other 2 before they came down here. Okay, so there's that. And then let's get some glue here. All right. I've been seeing lots of YouTubers doing some fun things. Carol Laws is doing a wonderful Halloween journal. I don't do any more Halloween stuff really, not because I'm opposed to it, but since my kids have been grown and they don't really want to do any Halloween stuff, I just don't desire to really create with Halloween. I just lost most of my zest for it. Christmas, though, is fun. Christmas is super fun to craft for. What is your favorite holiday to craft for? Or what is your favorite season or any time to craft for? Okay, that'll be fine because I'm gonna sew. So that's what we've got. Oh, look it. She runneth over hard. Sheesh. We're gonna need a new napkin after that. Let's put her lid back on. So now I gotta think of my next steps while this is drying. Oh, I do love that. Already 100 times better than the last one. Okay. So we have to make something here work. Will this be, oh, I could. This is going to be wide enough and, oh, I love you. Oh, but it's not going the right way. I wanted this to go the other way. I wanted this to go this way. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers, can they? we're gonna just have to go with that. And that's fine, I still like it. Okay, problem solved. So let's do that. I want it to come down a little bit from the top. And you know what, I want to keep that size, so let's do this really quick. Okay, that part's done. All right, so let's see here. I can take off more width in a minute, so let's do that. Sorry for the little clanking while my thing is drying and the clamps are on. I do love the threads, but some of them gotta go sometimes. Okay, so then we're gonna do right there, I think. All right. See how that looks? I can completely love that. All right, and then I do want to take a little more off this end. Okay, let's see how that looks. I do gotta chop some of this. This is just too much for me. These frayed edges. Suppose it just depends on the project, right? This is not that project for me. Although I do love me some good grunge. All right. I think yes. All right. No, you know, it's still a little long. All right, so just a wee bit more. The problem is if I go too much, it's going to be too short, and then I'm going to be frustrated that I wasted this this piece. Okay, let's cut then. Okay, and just take off these bits. This one seems to naturally fray beautifully. Okay, let's see where we're at. Yes, 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 yes. All right, wonderful. Okay, so next I want to either do a bottom pocket or side pockets with this. And I think it's going to be bottom. And this is just way too long. So let me move all these goodies out of the way because it's too much stuff in my face. Let's see, here is my top. That's great, okay. And it is just way too big. So how big of a pocket do I want? And where do I want to take from? I'm gonna get rid of this. And let's see here. And I think I'm gonna take rid of a little bit more off the bottom. All right, so let's see how that looks. All right, I like that. What do you guys think? I know you can't answer me. All right, and then let's get rid of that end. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is glue this to this. That was one of my mistakes before. I'm going to glue it and sew it before we attach it to the journal. All right, so glue. Gonna guesstimate here. And here. Hopefully you guys could see that on camera. Then do this. Nice, okay. New paper towel because I had to clean the top of my Grab-A-Tack with the old one. All right, everything's just gonna take a few minutes to dry right now. So I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes and then I will come back and we will sew. All right, what I've done so far is I glued this piece to here and then I sewed around the edge so that that's pre-sewn. So now what I'm gonna do is with you guys really quick is, sorry, I got my sewing machine out here, is I'm gonna glue this piece onto this piece and then we got to give that time to dry again and then I'll come back on and we'll sew the whole thing around. It's not hard, pardon me, it's not hard, it's just a little bit labor intensive. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. Well, I do want it on the edges. That's a little bit on the edges for this because I'm going to let it dry. But I want it all over the middle on the actual book. So we'll do that. And then we'll do some of this. They say, I read that it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something, of doing it. And I can honestly say that I have put 10,000 hours into scrapbooking and I'm not an expert. Same for card making. Definitely not for junk journaling yet, but some of the same premises apply, but I do enjoy it more than I can possibly say. Alright, so that we're going to let that dry now for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back and decide what kind of stitch I want to use on that. I'm going to go ahead and sew the cover now. I'm using a loose zigzag stitch for the cover portion, and my settings on my Singer Heavy Duty is, my width is at 1.5 and my length is at 3.5, and I just want to make sure that sorry, I got some threads. Want to make sure that I capture the inside here. So I want to be about, I think, a 1/2 inch in-ish. So I was doing just a little bit, maybe if I can do this so you guys see it a little bit better. So I'm going to go about there, I think. Trying to make it even with my foot right here a bit. Okay. Again, we'll do the same thing. Let's do that. Last side. We got to move over a little bit, so I've got to pull up my needle. Okay. All right. so see what we got. Just trimming off furs and threads everywhere. Okay. Okay, so here's what we got. Here's our beautiful little journal cover so far. Love it, love it. Okay. Not perfectly straight stitching, but not terrible, and I do like the stitch. Okay. And then I'm debating, I glued right here, and I'm debating if I want to stitch right there as well. But you know, I don't think I need to because, oh, as that rips up, you know what? I'm gonna, now that I just said that, and we'll just use the same stitch. Where is that? Right there. I was gonna say because it's going to have the signature sewn into it, but it's being a little bit of a pesky. Okay, there we go, there's that. Okay, let's move that guy back. Sorry for the loss. So here's this. Here's this. Oh, that holds them nice and tight. Here is our journal. Oh yes, lovely. Lovely. Oh, that's great. So let's see. I'll probably sew this in off camera because you guys have probably seen that a million times. But that's where we are. I do have this that I'm going to try to work into the topper, and I did that on my Glowforge Aura. I will stain him in some way. I'm not sure how yet. And then you get the little pieces that come with it too. Where is that? Oh, it's around here somewhere. But like I have the squirrels I can use and some leaves and stuff. So anyhow, that is it for today. That is the basic journal cover. So I hope that has been helpful to some of you guys, or that you've enjoyed watching it. And I enjoyed making it twice, and love how it came out. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.